So the question is how we can add some sort of a jiggle or wobbling or like kind of soft body, like a fake soft body simulation. It's not necessarily very fake, but it's a math-based. It's not simulation-based. So it's a deformer in Maya, very easy to use. It's called jiggle. Where it is? It's here. I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to show you how it works. So let me just grab a very simple geometry from our content browser. I don't know, something with a belly, like maybe this cow. Oh. Okay, and so let's add the simplest skeleton I can imagine to this cow. So which I just go and in the rigging add one bone that drives the entire cow. So like from here to here. So this is, so imagine that this is the skeletal structure for this cow. But for your projects, you will have like a proper skeletal structure and like move things around. But I want to show you that this applies at any level of simplicity or complexity. So let's bind these two together. These are binds. So this skeleton moves this. Oh, I think I have manipulated that before. So I go here and I just say reset settings, apply. So this skeleton moves this cow around, right? So let's do a very simple animation on the cow. So I press. I'm not going to keyframe everything. This is also another note. If you want to only keyframe, like, let's say, movement on X direction, just I have to go to Word. So that's actually movement on Z direction. So you can right-click on this and keyframe only this one. And you can turn on your auto key. So when I move forward, so I just move this cow forward this much. So it automatically adds a keyframe on the parameter that I said needs keyframing. So I just want this cow to stop here for a while. So I just copy this keyframe and let it like rest for a few frames so you can see the jiggling happen, and then come back to where it was. So I just grab this, copy this keyframe, paste it here. So our animation is about 50 frames. So I set the time frame to 60. So and right click on your timeline, make sure that it is playback speed real time. So let's run this. So very boring animation of a cow. So let's apply a jiggle. So I'm going to apply a jiggle on entire body. Well, just to make it faster and easier, so I press Ctrl 1 to isolate. So just see the cow, not the bones. So I just go to the vertices and I grab. Let me just go to the side view. I just grab a long, lots of vertices. You might say, oh, the like here, which is like a bony structure, or here, which is a bony structure, won't jiggle. You are right. We will paint the jiggle. So deform. Where are you? Jiggle deformer applied. So if you look at your cow, you see that after a skin cluster, it has a jiggle attribute on it. If you play, you might not see it in action because it still is too firm. Just what you do is that you just say that the stiffness would be low, let's say 10%. Now you start to see a bit of, no, you can't. Is there any jiggling happening? No. So let's make it the damping low as well. Put that low. Jiggle by 2, stiffness lower. Oh, interesting. Let's look at the paint weight of the jiggle. It's already there. So once, I think sometimes it caches, and so at the moment, like you see that, oh, this is not what I want, definitely. So what you do is that you just find your stiffness and damping. Stiffness is how soft it is, like how stiff the flesh could be. Damping is how fast it stops wobbling. So if you look at this one, it kind of like not bad, but like the area is not painted well. So what you do is just you can go to the deform. Same way that you paint the skin weight, you can paint the jiggle weight. So paint weight and then the jiggle, and then it comes. The first thing I always do is smooth everything. So I just click on the smooth and then flood it, like smoothness all through multiple times. Then I go to the replace zero, grab a brush, which I already have. You can hold B and middle click drag. So for example, this, like here on top, this is a spine, right? So it's not jiggly on top. So I'm gonna actually I can go like very sharp, like kind of cut of that area. So that area is not gonna jiggle. I can turn on stroke reflection, so I can work on both sides. Actually, better to undo and then like cut through it together. So that one's not jiggling, this part not jiggling, this part not jiggling, this part not jiggling much because it's a firm muscle over here, right? And a firm muscle here. Mainly the jiggle area here. Go to smooth and smooth it out. So let's go to the jiggle attribute. It's set to 2. I just set it to 1, back to 1. So let's play this one. Look at the movement on the cow body. It's not terribly bad. If I spend more time and I let's say I really have to take away all the legs out. So I just have to go replace 0. This one's out. This one's out. It's very ugly to see a leg, entire leg jiggles. But like some muscles of it is fine. So soften that out. Let's run this a few more times. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. There we are. Okay. That makes somehow make more sense. It's not as nice as like having a internal muscular structure and flesh simulations like muscle simulation, but it's a good fast effect for us. So before you start rendering, so let's say your animation is done, your jiggle is applied, you are happy of everything. So you want to render. So this is like very easily gets lost when you want to render it, or might change. So it's good to go to the deform and then jiggle, and then go to the jiggle disk cache. So this is a disk cache. So it's basically caches where this one saves, it's actually where your file is saved. So let me just make a project so you guys can see it. Project window. Actually, we have a. Oh no, let's create a project. Project window. I'm gonna create it on desktop, and I call it jiggle. And you can name it, have a name for it, and then cache it. So what you do is that if you look at your project, your cache data is saved somewhere here. We should find it. But like it's within your project structure. I don't know if it's in data or in cache, so we should find that. But now it's cached, and the sign of it is that you see this like red line on your timeline. So the jiggle movement is cached. So now it's ready for rendering. So that was applying a simple jiggle on parts of the body of a creature you might have.